Hey guys, so for this homework assignment, what you're going to be doing is creating a own skeleton on the Freddy, and you're going to be doing the whole bind on that. Please take a look at all the restrictions there are in the rubric. I'm not going to do the whole exercise in here. There's another video for that, but I'm going to be showing you a little bit of what it's supposed to be done here. So I'm going to go to my rigging tab. I'm going to be creating some joints. I'm going to make one at the root because it's always easier to make one at the root. I'm gonna hold X so it snaps right at the center. I'm gonna be doing Shift, click here. I'm gonna do a couple of them here, 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 probably here, here, and here. Again, I'm not gonna be doing the whole thing because there's too much. And I will be doing a modification of these things. So I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna look to the side of on the side view, just to make sure that they are lined up with the axis. So I'm going to select one of them, holding D, and well, first of W, so I can move it D. It's going to just move that one in particular. Select the next one, D, and move it to more or less the center of the sphere. And here I can tell that's over there. And then this one, D, move it to the side, and then it's going to be easier to see from the top. So that seems a good place for that. This one is going to be hold D to put it right at the center of the shoulder. This one is really far off, so I'm gonna move it here. And this one is also really far off, so I'm just gonna try to move it to the right place. So follow the rubric on how many joints you're supposed to be creating for these. Now I will be doing the naming convention, of course, but I'm not going to do the whole exercise or the whole assignment here. So I'm going to do, this is the origin. The next one is going to be the pelvis. Next one is going to be spine. I'm missing spine 3. This is spine, actually no, I'm not. So spine 2. This is spine 3. There's a full video on this already in my courses, so just a quick recap of what you're supposed to be doing. Shoulder underscore L, elbow underscore L, wrist underscore L, and this is going to be fingers underscore L. So once I have all of that, I'm going to take a look all the way down to pelvis. And in the rigging tab, I'm going to go to skeleton and orient joints. Make sure that they are in the right orientation. So X, Y, Y, orient children of selected joints, and then hit orient. Then I'm going to select that, and I'm going to go to skeleton, and I'll say mirror joints. This one is replace all L's with R's, so apply. And then I have the mirror on the other side. And now that I have that, I'm going to be selecting not from the root, but from the pelvis. And also selecting Freddy, I will go to my skeleton and skin, bind skin options. Make sure that I am doing the geodesic voxel dual quaternion. For influences, allow multiple bind poses, maintain max influences, do not remove unused, and 256 is fine, so I'm just going to hit apply and close. And that is going to be giving me this part. But as you can see, the influences are all over the place. It is your job to fix them. Of course, with more joints on the top, I will have less of an issue on this one. So if I wanted to fix the, like see if I move these, should move this, but if I move these, shouldn't move this one at all, and you can see that it's moving. So one thing that I can do to fix that is select by vertex, one of these guys, control and right click and hold, go to shell. And then over here in my paint weights, I can enable the tool, which I did not have enabled. There you go. And then I will look for my shoulder L. So that is going to be shoulder L. And that is the thing that is going to be influencing this. So I'm going to say replace with the value 1, so float, and then everything turned white. And I will need to be doing the same for all the other pieces. So for instance, I'll say vertex here and vertex here, and I have another one there, which is going to be hard to select, but I'm going to say those two first. Control right click and hold to shell, select the whole thing, click on that tool, go to the same shoulder, and then flood. As you can see, there are some hidden ones here. So I'm going to select these face, control right click and hold to vertices to vertices. That is going to make all of them selected. If I press 4, you get to see the ones that are hidden. Press 6 so I can see everything back. Control right click and hold, and then to shell. For these ones, same tool, and shoulder influence there. Beautiful. Now the next one is going to be a little bit easier. It's going to be by vertex. So U and U, control right click and hold to shell. And then I'm going to be using the float influences. This time I'm not going to be floating to shoulder, but to elbow. And I'm going to say float. And then I have to do that for all the individual hard parts. So after you're done, what I want you to do is pose your character in such a way that I can tell that your influences are right. So if I see Freddy's face sort of deformed like that, means they're not. See, that shouldn't happen with the legs and such. And of course, more joints are going to alleviate this issue, but at the same time, this is not entirely right. So pose your character somewhere like that, and I'm going to go to File, Save As, and this one I'm going to be saving on my desktop as assignment for A Bobadilla L, and you have to fulfill all of the skeleton, right? So with all that in mind, I have prepped on the same starter other scenes that we're going to be working with next time. So if I go to bind, you will get to see that I have a more complex skeleton than the one that you guys have over there. And it's really important because this is the base skeleton that all of the animations for every single one of your classmates and yourself are going to be using. It's important because it has all the naming conventions, everything, it's on exactly the same place. So when I import the animations that somebody else did, so for instance, if I do this and then go to my source images, actually it's not open, it's file import, and I try to go to my source images and I say, let's open or import walk. It is going to take that and it's going to append the joint that is missing, but it's also going to create this nice animation. And this is something I can use in part 3. So after you are done with your skeleton, this is basically the only place in which you're going to be using it. I will highly discourage you from using it on future assignments because we want to have a single skeleton that matches everybody's. And so this is more like a practice than creating the actual thing that you will be using, but it's really important to get that practice. All right. So with that in mind, I will see you in the next video. Keep on modeling.